Good afternoon, everyone. This is Harmeet from Sigma Picks. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Weekend Elliot Wave Review for SPY, QQQ, and IWM. Let's get to it quickly. Last time we were at this bar and we were discussing how that we can expect that, um, you know, SPY to get to 425. For now, everything is going just fine. I think people just have to know that, even though we had this little Biden, tax bar, for now, that bar has totally been negated since we made a new high. So markets just, it just, it was a headline. And if you are a day trader, I hope you took advantage of this volatility and were able to short. But for all extensive purposes, our target still remains for SPY at 425. We are in the fifth wave, and for now, everything's fine. Just be aware that there's still potential for it to continuously kind of do this. The fourth waves tend to be that way since the second wave was not as deep. We did get the fourth wave to be a little bit deeper. Second wave was straightforward ABC. We can expect the fourth wave to be a little bit more complex. But other than that, everything looks great. There's no reason to be not to be bullish. And for now, just know that we are kind of getting to an end of a larger fifth wave. That doesn't mean it can't just be an extended wave. It can be larger than the third wave. Just be aware of that too. We in order for the third wave to be considered stretched or to be the largest wave, as long as it's no larger than the first wave, the fifth wave can be larger as long as the third wave is not the smallest wave. So everything kind of is working. There's nothing much to talk about when it comes to SPY. Just know that, just stay bullish and look for those pullbacks to get some sort of entry, and I would expect it to kind of stay within these levels for now, and we can expect it to go to 425 and maybe beyond, depending on how things work out. All right, so let's go to our next chart, QQQ. So where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Qs have not gotten a confirmation that they are in a third wave. We did get that confirmation. Okay, when we were here last, we were discussing. We were here. Okay, since then, we did make the third wave completion of the third wave. It is larger than the first wave, as you can see. So at this point, the second wave was not as complex. We can expect the fourth wave to be more complex, and that's what we're seeing so far. In the same boat as SPY, making the same kind of pattern. So again, nothing much to do. Just be aware there are larger targets. I do expect it to, I do expect it to get to 350. I think that's a pretty conservative target for now, and a little bit more aggressive target would be 360. But for all extensive purposes, I think we are going to be heading higher sooner than later. Also, just be aware, since it is a fourth wave and the second wave was not as complex, you can expect it, just like SPY, to kind of kind of stay within or create a dollar's box here. One thing you should also be aware of is that the pullback, even with the momentum, we did not go lower than 330, okay, 334, excuse me, um, it can come down to 328 level and still be extremely bullish, just because it is 38.2, and that would be within our criteria for saying that things are extremely bullish, and also that it would be retracing most of the fifth wave at the same time. So everything kind of, you know, matches and kind of has a signature that that tells me, and should tell you also, that things are going to be moving higher. There isn't. I would not worry too much about this bar again. Again, we went over it, and so that negates this bar. And for now, this is our big resistance. Of course, we need to get a confirmation that we are in the fifth wave to complete this larger 505 505 wave. Okay, so 505. That's what we want to complete. So that's what we're looking at. Stay bullish. There's no reason for you to be bearish, but understand that, we could consolidate here for a little bit. Okay, let's go to the next one. IWM. Let me see if I can. Let's go. Okay, so where were we when we were here last? We were in this zone. Let me point out exactly where we were. So we were about here, okay? And we had just completed this bar right there. Okay, so and if you watched the last episode, I had just a little bit a different count, that this was the end of wave 2, and this was beginning of wave 1, and this is wave 2 of a smaller degree. Okay, and as much as I want to say that, I think the IWM is still continuing to show me the signature of being still in consolidation, just because how big the pullback was, and also we never got a confirmation above this point where we are back at it again. Just also one more thing, it is very bullish. I would stay bullish, just because we still haven't gotten through and broken this kind of zone, and we're not below that. But there is something significant happening, as you can see. This giant head and shoulders forming. Okay, where does this whole structure gets negated again? It needs to. We need to confirm, and also get above that 234.53 level in order for us to say, this consolidation is over and it's going to go higher. But we also know that the pullback has not been very deep, okay, and we're still in this flat. So I would expect that we get out of this, and I think it should. With economy opening, I think the small caps are, primed to do really, really well. I think a lot of people have already gotten in, are in a position. We just had some volatility. Other than that, I think it's looking good. I do believe that we do need to see it go higher than 226.69 level, and that would just tell me that this zone was kind of end of a wave 2. Otherwise, you can expect it to still come back and test this 208 level for all. So, it's in consolidation. That's all we can infer for now. There are bearish signals, there are bearish patterns forming, there are also bullish patterns forming. This inverse head and shoulders, if it does come back, that's another one of those things that is a possibility, but it has not happened. We can't really say that is one of the more things that will keep it from going higher. Can it just stay in this area? Yeah, so it can definitely. And just for me, I think I'm gonna wait until we actually get over at this point, get over the 226.69 or so 227 level. I think if we get over that come Monday or starting next week, we can expect it to go tackle this area right here, 234.53 and maybe beyond. And at that point, we can definitively say that we're in third wave, and we can expect it to go much, much higher. Okay, so that does it. I know there wasn't much to talk about as we're gathering more data, and kind of things are playing out as we had expected, and hopefully things are working out for everybody else too. And we will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.